Alright guys, looks like I am live here. I'm looking in two different spots, so I'm actually going live on two different pages. So if you see my eyes kind of looking all over, I just want to make sure I'm rolling on each page here. Alright, I'm going to wait a few seconds to see anyone's jumping on here. And this video will remain right here on the page, so if you missed it and you're unable to watch live, no worries. We're going to keep it up here so you can watch the replay anytime. But if you are watching live anytime during this video, if you jump on, just comment below live that you saw me here, and if you're watching it later on, comment below replay. This way I can organize you guys and see who's watched, and I also have a follow-up document that I'm going to create and post on the page so that you guys have something to refer to other than the video here. Alright? Well, I'm just going to get started then. So the topic that I wanted to go over today, or tonight, and I'm going to keep it quick because it's Thursday night and most people are kind of mentally checked out already, including myself. It's been a long week. But the topic is consistency. So when we think about consistency, it's probably one of the biggest struggles that people have when it comes to working out, sticking with a good diet. It's just that we fall off. So, but I think we need to back up a little bit when we talk about consistency because it's truly different for everybody, and a lot of times it changes for you personally as well. So your first thing, I'm going to talk about 5 different points when it comes to consistency. First thing is understanding and defining what your consistent looks like. So my consistent is going to look a lot different from a beginner just starting out, or an athlete's consistency is going to look a lot different than mine. So you have to kind of figure out what your consistency looks like. Really come up and define that. So for me, for starting in January, my consistency was water. So I picked water. I wanted to stick to as close to a gallon as I could for the, for the daily amount that I was trying to get in. And so I just stuck with that because everything was happening so fast and I got off track, and even, being in the gyms all the time and being surrounded by it, I fall off too. So water was my thing, that could be your thing, and just picking a couple things that you can work on and define what your actual consistency looks like with that water. So for me it was just a gallon a day, and sticking to it. Also, consistency is what, you kind of have to look back at zoom back and look at it as a bigger picture, because a lot of times even I've been assigning macros to people, which is how many calories you're going to eat throughout the day, which of those are coming from fats, carbs, and protein. And the goal isn't really to be perfect with those numbers. It's actually quite the opposite. I mean, we want to get as close as we can to those numbers, but your days are just never the same, so you have to be understanding that you're going to have some leeway there. And so you can zoom back a little bit and be like, I haven't hit my macros for, consistently, but, perfectly I should say, but overall pretty consistent and close to my numbers. That's consistency. So again, looking back over the past year, if you lose track of what you're actually trying to be consistent with, that's the problem. The second thing is you want to try to start each day with some kind of small win. And I'm not talking about your workout, or, it could be, but I'm talking about something really, really simple. Like, it could be just making your bed, it could be making sure you have a glass of water as soon as you wake up. You ignore your phone as soon as you wake up, and you do something for yourself instead of checking your social media or whatever, your email for the day. So start something that's doable and that is kind of like chaos-proof. So, like I said, a workout, sometimes that's not the best thing because it can get put off, right? Something happens, you have to take care of something with the kids or something, and you're off. And before you know it, you missed your workout and you lost your win for the day. So pick something. It could be like reading 10 pages in a book. Again, the water thing, taking your supplements in the morning is a win. Just something that It's going to happen every single day, no matter if I'm on vacation, if the kids kind of screw everything up, I can still get this done. And then that's going to lead to more compounding, better habits throughout the day. Third thing is you want to follow one path. So this is so common. I see someone get really motivated and they start going on a program, and 2 weeks down the road they're like, I'm not really feeling this, I'm going to jump to another program. Your body doesn't ever get a chance to get used to the one program that you're on, and so you start to program hop, or the next shiny thing, the next best workout is out there, I'm going to try that. I just encourage you to try and stick to one thing for a good amount of time. We're not talking 2 weeks. Your body didn't get to where it was in 2 weeks. So you have to let it adapt to whatever program you're in. Same goes if you're working with a trainer, or let's say even different doctors. They're going to tell you different things. So just try to follow one path. And number 4 is process-based goals. So a lot of times we put our or we create our goals based on the outcome. So I want to lose weight. That's the outcome. But what are you going to do to get there? So break that down and figure out what the process looks like. Those are the check boxes that you're going to want to hit throughout each week. So when we're talking about weight loss, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to set my water goal. I'm going to set my workout goal, and just try to check mark those boxes each week. So that's much more important than actually trying to always stay focused on the outcome. So again, think about the process, trust the process that you're following, and that's going to help you, again, to get to your goal through the process that you're working with. And the final thing I want to touch on, I'm going to keep it short here again, is motivation. So even in the post that I made on my profile today was, what's your biggest struggle with fitness and nutrition, and it's motivation. I can't stick to it. It's not a priority. Truthfully, motivation it's an emotion. So we cannot rely on it. It's there and then it's not. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. So really, screw motivation, because even somebody that's involved in fitness all the time, I have very, unmotivated days as well. And I know a lot of trainers, and I know a lot of people in the fitness industry that also have trouble with motivation. So it's just something that, again, when it's good, use it to your advantage. But when it's bad, that's when you have to really kick in and say, I need some discipline right now. I'm going to do the things in my process goals that I said I was going to do, even though I don't feel like it. So that's more of a discipline and behavior and creating great patterns versus just relying solely on motivation and emotion. Because let's face it, Monday comes around and you're all gung-ho. Tuesday comes and you're like, I'm sore, the kids are bugging me, I can't go work out, and everything's just thrown off. So again, ditch the motivation, get into more discipline and behavioral actions, and then I think you'll be better off with that. So just understand that motivation is it's just not something great to go off of. Alright guys, those are the 5 things. I'm going to recap it in a document for you and post it on the pages here. But I'm going to hope to also create some more videos, some more content for you, just because I think people need a little bit of a push and boost right now with all that we've been through with the pandemic, and it's still going on. So let's try to keep it moving, keep it positive. If you guys know of anybody in my fat loss page here that would benefit, feel free to add them in or invite them. And then I have another page here that I'm working with my guinea pigs for my level 1 NCI certification. So you guys keep doing your thing, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.